Hello, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey and what you were meant to hear today. How is everybody? Oh my gosh, I decided as soon as I woke up I was going to do the read before I got distracted with any details or anything that made me, get more 3D heavy. So I just wanted to wake up, grab coffee, and start your read right away. And I had a couple decks out here, and I love all of the artwork and the colors and everything that pops out of these cards. The golden wheat with prosperity, celebration, just celebrating growth of our ideas, our imagination. What can you imagine yourself doing today that will kind of like change the course of your day in a good, happy, prosperous, aligned way? For me, I've been reading up a lot of things on the internet of like what really started progress in people's lives. Like what is the beginning of their day that clicks in, that punches that card that says, today's going to be different. I am going to feel alive. I'm going to feel vitality. And a lot of them do say, do what you love within the first, 30 minutes of waking up, whether it's stretching, listen to a podcast. It's funny. I listen to my favorite reader and I will stretch and have coffee usually in the first 30 minutes. So I thought if I'm the first person that a lot of people are going to hear during the day, I'm going to make it good and high vibrational. But also one of the things that brings up my vibration, makes me the happiest, is doing readings, is doing this daily, is connecting with the cards and energy. And as I look out my window, I see complete blue skies. I see 77 degrees out. I hear the birds chirping, the crickets, the cats are running around. Everything's really nice. Hagen and I had this funny experience last night. I was like, I'm going to treat him after class. He finished his night. He had some evening classes, a new psychology course, and I was like, I'll treat you. We'll go get, you could get a milkshake at McDonald's. And we go through there and we see this truck there and we're like, what? And we see no cars and we thought that's unusual. I would think this would be busy. And we pulled up there and there was this van and the guy's like, they're closed. And obviously there were some reparation system for refrigeration. So something had gone amiss. And I just saw his little face walking back to the car. It's so funny. And I was like, we can go to your second favorite place. And I thought that's something that he particularly looks forward to, like sometimes good little milkshakes and treats like that. It's like me with my coffee. Like, what do you look forward to that's like a fun, tasty treat or a beautiful place that you walk? Like today I'm excited in between his drop-offs at classes. I'm so excited about the weather to be able to go to this great dog park where it's always inundated with dogs and birds and it's fun and light and bright and there's skateboarders and there's always some really cool stuff going on there. And I'm like, that's going to be like my respite. I'm going to get a nice iced coffee and walk around there and breathe in the air and really dig into my imagination. I've been really excited for Halloween and I'm creating some jewelry pieces for people and I love it. I love doing Halloween pieces. You can be a little extra. A lot of people are going as fairies and queens. So using my imagination with that and using the colors in nature. So think of where is one place where it doesn't, take much effort to get there, but it just gives you a moment of like, of peace, of calm. And it celebrates you. It celebrates your existence. It lets you know life is about joy and peaceful moments and really connecting with your inner self. So you can seek out things that make you feel prosperous. And I feel prosperous when I feel like I have time to dally and meander and mingle and also to go into any given craft store anytime and pick out some beads or supplies or feathers or leather or whatever it is to kind of hone my craft and work on stuff. So if you are a painter, if you are a dancer, if you are a singer, whatever it is, going out and getting yourself something a little nicer to enhance your day and your craft and invest in yourself. Like I feel like the whole message of today with this prosperity is invest in yourself physically, little walk, a little stretch, whatever it is, feeling good, listening to a great speaker that lifts your energy, makes you feel good, that reaffirms the fact that you're worth it, taking time out for yourself. You're not a robot. You're not a machine. You're not just here to, task, check, you know what I mean? Like where's the vibrance, the magic? And use your imagination to change and alter your day a little bit that benefits you in a spectacular way. Like see a sight that you don't normally see, do something, imbibe in some great food, call somebody that brings your spirits up, watch a funny show, do something that reminds you that there's so much specialness. There's little pockets of magic everywhere, and it's your turn to tap into that. And also, I've been reading this thing too on financials about what kind of garners prosperity long term, and maybe taking a look at little spending habits, because I recognize a lot of times I have tons of vitamin waters and water at home, but I won't leave with one, so then I'll go out and I'll end up in whatever store I will convenience buy something, and that's sometimes $3, and if I get two, that's $6 every single day. When you add that up, I'm like, well, if you multiply that and then do that yearly, hundreds and hundreds of dollars of needless stuff. So just watching some of the impulse buys, things like that, and to also just say, oh, I'm just going to each day, whatever I'd spend on that, I'm going to tuck away. I'm just going to tuck that away. And then you watch right before Christmas, you're going to have this rich little cachet of, money for expenditures and gifts. Just sometimes it is that tiny little extra amount that we want when we have an emergency or want to go to a nice dinner with somebody that makes us feel prosperous, because we were watching those impulse buys. We were watching that erratic spending. And for me, I'm very impulsive, so I do have to be careful with that. But I want you guys to really just celebrate who you are. Everybody is on a different path. And sometimes, with ebbs and flows, we really feel like, oh yeah, we're really flowing with life and everything's coming our way. And other times we feel like we have to have like catch up for some reason. There's no wouldas or shouldas or should be's on our path. And nothing's wrong. I love to think of it like this. We're not wrong if we do something and it's a setback. It's a decision. It's not wrong. It's just a decision. And it's one we can learn from, and then we can alter that path and go forward in a different way. Whether it was, spending too much time with a person that didn't appreciate us, whether it was, over spending, whatever it is. It's like, I want to take the word wrong when it has to do with you out of your vocabulary and just be like, it was just a decision and now I can alter it. We don't have to go all the way back. I see sometimes life as a Monopoly game, where right before that pass and go and collecting $200, right? And then what happens? Sometimes we land on somebody else's property and we need to pay fines and we need to go backwards a little bit, but we don't have to go back to the very beginning. We just kind of carve out a new course, and we're going to get to that boardwalk. We're going to get to that Park Place. We're going to own hotels on that. See yourself as someone who belongs and deserves that Park Place property, belongs on those, those properties filled with hotels, other people paying you feeling good, and treat yourself, just treat yourself to something wonderful today, because you deserve it. And I am so appreciative of you guys for popping over here. Let's really celebrate this beautiful change of season, things getting cooler. We're about to have all the fun stuff, all the Halloween and Thanksgiving and all the goodies. So you guys, that is what you were meant to hear today. Love and light.